Pokemon Horizons episode 23. After watching last week's episode, I enjoyed it a little bit more, but I still think that Roy was very annoying in that episode, and I hope the reason why he was that annoying is because this episode right here, Liko is gonna confront Roy for what he did last episode, and it's gonna be a good character development for Liko and Roy. Liko for being able to just basically tell Roy what he did wrong and getting, out of her shell and being a bit more stern. And then Roy for actually, listening and then maybe going like, you know what? Doing the things I'm doing, I need to stop just being that reckless because, well, it's not only myself I'm hurting by doing that. I'm hurting for Coco, I'm hurting my friends, and I think Roy needs to learn to care about the well-being of other people and Pokemon. Like, for example, the reason why Captain Pikachu was is basically dead is because of Roy. So I hope that is what this episode focuses on. And also, how is Freed gonna get out of the cave? I assume Freed and Amethyos are gonna have to battle together against Moltres. And then Moltres is gonna fly off. And then those two are gonna be like, alright, our Pokemon are very tired. Let's just walk our different ways. That's my prediction. Yeah, and Rayquaza looks... Rayquaza looks great. But I meant Galarian Moltres looks really cool. So it does mean that we actually 3 out of the 6 Pokemon, we know who they are. And I also think that one of the hero Pokemon is actually at Ursaluna. That's what I think. Oh, okay. It starts off with them in the... Wait, what? Is this episode... This is episode 23, right? Yeah, because this is what... Are we gonna get a flashback or something? Wait. How did you guys... because it seems like they're now in the big city. They're not near the... Wait, what? Okay, I assume they're gonna ask Freed, how did you get out? And then this episode is gonna be... maybe the first half is just gonna be a flashback. Because they want to do it very, very fast. Yeah, because, man, that is really weird. How fast... what? Freed is out of the cave? Yeah, the blazing Galarian fire. I mean, he's like, it is fun, Oh, okay, so it's gonna end up being that, Roy, you did nothing wrong. Okay, I kind of wished... Okay, so Roy is not gonna get any character development from this. Oh, yeah. I mean, fire is the name of Moltres in Japanese. Fire, thunder, ice, maybe. Okay, this to me, it feels like it's not a direct continuation from last week's episode. It's like we have missed an episode. Maybe it has a stick like a splinter in its claws. I just need to remove the splinter and it's gonna be fine. Well, I think trying to defeat it in battle should be the second, like the plan B. Good job, Sprigatito. Like, you know what? This is now in front of me, so it belongs to me. Alright, they're gonna use Sweet Scent. But I mean, do you guys think it's still in the mine? Because Dot just told you she saw it flying. You know? And you, Roy, need to follow the plan. So how did you get out? God, was that blood? Roy, shut the fuck up. Alright. I don't know, I'm not liking this episode so far. I think last week's episode set up this episode really well. Especially the second part of last week's episode. It's kind of like, okay, this is what you need to do for this episode. And they decided to just skip. Nice. Okay, he's not just gonna use Charizard. He's gonna use both Charizard and Pikachu. We're basically having a raid battle right here. Which is probably what you need against Moltres. Use Sweet Scent. Like Cap. Tank it. Come on, Liko. Don't stop. Keep doing it. Oh. Leaf Edge. I mean, I think, I understood that is what they're doing. Oh, and he just, he has wings. Please, Liko, say, I mean, I know this is a tiny detail, a very tiny detail, but I wish Liko would say, use Sweet Scent and then Leaf Edge. Instead of, because the only thing we really see from Liko is that she always just says Leaf Edge, Leaf Edge, Leaf Edge, Leaf Edge. I would like for her to give the orders to do combination moves. I mean, one reason why I loved contests, like especially May's and Dawn's contest, is because of the combination moves. Alright. Good hit. Oh god. And why not just use Sweet Scent? I mean, that's the whole point, right? I mean, I understand that when Sprigatito does this, it is using Sweet Scent. But I don't know, it's a tiny detail, but man, does it annoy me that they're not doing it. So, wait, why do you guys have those balls? Let me get them. Maybe Moltres found out that the hero, its Pokemon trainer, no longer exists. And maybe it's grieving. Here we go. Use Volt Tackle. Yeah. I mean, the recall damage and the fiery aura. Is that what that movie's called? Or dark aura? You're gonna be like, Mimbrim! Use Draining Kiss. Oh god. Wait, what? Oh, okay. God. Oh, Arboliva is coming out. Okay, so basically dependent Pokemon are gonna come and save the day again. Well, of course. I mean, no shit. Oh. I guess Moltres is kind of like, no, I'm not gonna go with these guys. I loved Lucius. Lucius is who I want to follow. And I just found out from Rayquaza that Lucius is no longer around. That Lucius has died. So I'm grieving right here. Wait, Liko, please give Arboliva. Maybe you can give Arboliva some. Be like, Arboliva, use olive spray or oil spray. Whatever the name of your signature move is. Wait, Wait. Is Sprigatito evolving? Wait a minute. No, please don't. I don't want you to evolve Sprigatito. Okay, no. Grassfield is just powering up. Yeah, because, I mean, that's what Grassfield does. It powers grass type moves and it heals you a bit if you touch the ground. And it also lowers the damage of Earthquake, specifically. I mean, I like the Liko is, the one doing it all that, but I wish it wasn't just a bunch of leaf edges. I wish, because, Sprigatito has other moves. He does quick attack, tackle, sweet scent, and leaf edge, Combine, maybe go like, use quick attack to get to this, like, to jump to this rock, for example, and then use leaf edge to maybe get an attack from a different angle. Because look at this is cool. Like, Kaiden is on Hogator, flapping their wings. Basically creating a leaf edge hurricane. Yeah, using the double team clones to basically tank the attack, maybe. No, to just distract them. It should have been with your biggest sweet scent, because wasn't the whole point to calm it down? Right? And sweet scent we've seen in the show, it's a sweet scent, it calms Pokemon down. I mean, I will say that this little battle here after our Bolivar came out, like, I'm glad it wasn't just our Bolivar basically just did it all by itself, you know. I like that they still needed to do other things. Oh god. He like, whatever the name of this Pokemon is, come out. I guess we'll never know. We no longer have Meowth around to basically to translate for us. Like, why is it raining all of a sudden? Did something use rain dance or? Okay, I guess they're having a vision. And in that vision, it was raining. I got it. Obviously, Rayquaza. Okay, so something happened. So I guess maybe the 6 heroes aren't actually Rayquaza and 5 other Pokemon. Maybe the 6 heroes are this turtle Pokemon and 5 other Pokemon. And maybe Rayquaza was a Pokemon that they just put in a Master Ball to try and keep it in the Master Ball, maybe. Maybe he doesn't want to, but he knows that, okay, I'll do it. Like, it's fine with doing it. I mean, I'm sure most living beings have, you know, a soft, hard, and all sides, you know, to them. Yeah, and thank you for using Sweet Scent, even though I never said to use it. It's showing you where the Pokemon from the oh. Oh, there it is. Alright, back into the pendant you go. Is he like, wait, what? I mean, Kabu, we are miners, right? Maybe you can be here to protect us, but taking care of the mine, that's our expertise, you know, making sure it's safe. They're like, oh, alright. Maybe. Okay, so maybe the Pokédex that Roy has, it's specifically like a Kanto or like Peldi. Maybe it's a Pokédex that hasn't been updated with like all Pokemon. Because my assumption was the fact that the Pokédex didn't know about that Pokemon was kind of like, oh, maybe Galarian Moltres just hasn't been around to be, in the Pokédex because it was a Lucius Pokemon, right? It was like unknown. But because of Hakabu reacted and the Mind Worker makes me go like, okay, maybe it was just, the Pokédex wasn't updated with that information. Okay, and that is what Free... Okay. I was wondering why Free didn't have his jacket on. And it's because he has... Or rather, yeah, the Pokemon. I mean, yeah, that is a smart thing. I mean, obviously that pendant is very important. So, yeah, take it. This episode, I don't know. At the moment, as I'm talking about it, I think it was like a 3 out of 9. Like one of the weaker episodes. And I think for me, one thing that makes me kind of like very meh on this episode is because it doesn't feel like this is the episode. This feels like episode 24. And that there should have been another episode as episode 23. Like an episode that was about the things that I said in the intro, And then this would be episode 24. But, I mean, that didn't happen. And I don't know, like, I'm a bit like, oh god, Liko, use more attacks than just Leaf Edge. Especially since, I mean, the plan you guys had was a good plan. And the whole point, right, wasn't necessarily to just battle it, right? It was to calm it down. You have a great move for calming it down, Sweet Scent. You can shoot Sweet Scent out. And you also have other attacks, right? Instead of just Leaf Edge. So that's one thing I would like to see. I would like to see move diversity from Liko. Yeah, sure, she's not a battler, but I think that's why move diversity would be super important. I mean, maybe it would be fun if they meet like some random character of the day who is a contest battler. And then maybe that could give Liko some inspiration. I don't want Liko to be a contest battler. I wouldn't want that. Because, I mean, we already have May, Dawn, who are girls who did contest battling, which I loved. But for Liko, I don't know, I wouldn't want that from her. But still, you can get some inspiration from contest battling. Because it's all about move combinations and stuff like that. But yeah, I forgot to talk about comments. So in the redirect, I'm gonna read, because there is a comment by Duplin that I'm gonna pick up. It was something about Golduck, I think. But I'm gonna read that out in the redirect. So, thank you for watching and goodbye.